go. Right, what have I got for you now? Oh, right, of course, this is a programme made out in the United States of America. But a fascinating woman. I'm going to ask you a question, firstly, when you see it. What do you think she does? That's all, that's the thing. What do you think she does? I filmed this opening bit with her, so I want you to walk out here. One thing I did say is, her name's Dolores. I said, Dolores, stay sober. Just for today, darling, stay off the gym. Please, just for me, for Bobby. Will you do that, lovey? Will you stay sober just for your walk down? Just for your opening line? Good girl. Do your best.
This is America, and it's a wonderful country. And maybe one day my name will be up there in lights. Maybe one day it will happen.
3.5 bottles of gin, she knows. Absolutely. So who is she? Well, all right, I'll give you some clues. She's a very religious person, all right? She talks about the coming of the Holy Ghost and have you, but you talk about that. Has anyone here ever imagined that there's a guardian angel watching over them? Something happens, and you think, oh, I just feel that I was being protected. Different for this woman. Different. She doesn't just imagine there's a guardian angel. Woohoo!
They say after the Holy Ghost comes, you will see signs and wonders. And I have been visited with the manifestations and angels. And I have seen guardian angels. But I am very thankful because they provide me with...
When I turned up in our street, excuse me, I'm looking for Dolores. He said, all right, I found it. Yeah, OK. Don't worry about putting a number on the door, Dolores. The postman's never going to go wrong here.
I am concerned about something. They provide with everything I need. At night, I would go to sleep, and I would hear them chanting or doing the holy thing, and people tried to tell me it was demonic, but I don't believe so. I got paid home.
I think, I'm not denying the existence of guardian angels, but I don't know. I've always favoured the kind of Da Vinci Botticelli. I don't think they'd have beards. And B, I don't think they'd be overweight Scotsmen with hairy arms.
I put my key in the trailer door, and as I started to open the door, I fell backwards, and something pushed me in my door. And I know what I saw because I was almost on my face. I fell in this two-small chair I have in my living room. In the meantime, I had an angel tape already hooked up in the stereo, which I had played. So I said, this cannot be. And he says to me, don't fear my heavenly angels, but fear the devil. As I get up to close my trailer door, that same spirit that...
You see what's happening? There are spirits at play here, aren't there? Kind of spirits you need a licence to sell. But there are. In fact, then we saw one. I was flabbergasted, because I never filmed them. I was my second unit director. But the first one I saw was this one. And I was amazed, because I'd never seen an angel before. And apparently it was very special. It was the grand farting angel of Fatma. Because you've heard the legend of the farting angel. Well, it actually appeared to her.
Who pushed me in the trailer was standing in front of my car. But he was a big...
They guided her. They found her rings, magic rings. They found everything.
I go and take my garbage to the dumpster. And on the way back towards my driveway, he said, look down. Oh, I say, look down. So when I did, it was this ring, and it was sparkling in the dirt. So I picked it up and came home, and later I found out it was worth... It's 3 carats, and it's worth $3,000.
There you go, that's fair enough. Now, she's got other certain skills as well. One of the United States of America's most talented circus performers. Dolores and a performing dog. They do some fantastic tricks. That's fantastic act. In fact, it took her, can I say, gentlemen, over 5 years to train that dog to do that. So she rode round, and the dog on its lead came round and round. Did it for a long time, and then unfortunately had to give up when she was performing in a circus in Germany, and they complained she was just doing the same thing over and over again. Which was a bit tragic, really. Also, she runs, as you can tell, a very poised woman, runs one of the United States of America's leading charm schools. Professional modelling and charm. No, No, there's no need for stupid giggles like your school children on a day out. She's a beautiful woman, don't be embarrassed. Quite a good-looking man as well, really.
All right, ladies, I'm going to show you the 4 basic walks in modeling.
As you can see, heavily attended the class. No, I'm sorry, we couldn't fit you in for a few weeks. I'm completely full of pupils.
You want to try it at the Ritz? I don't care if you do. You want to look dramatic? This is the way we did it. Okay, you ready? Get your hands in butterfly position. Means you tape them together for 2 weeks if you can do it. Point your right foot, kick, balance. Point, kick, point, kick, point, kick. Okay, you've done that much so far. Now let's see how it looks.
Beautiful.
Okay, we're going to go to a dramatic look.
Can you watch this, by the way, all you young people who just slouch around all day, like Shaggy off of Scooby-Doo? If you want to get yourself a boyfriend, this is the way to walk.
You bring your shoulders up like this, and you go the cross swagger. You ready for this? All you ladies that want to know the tips, and follow me in the bathroom. Want to know what I'm wearing? I'm going to give you some clues here, what you can do with your clothes the way I do.
There you go. If you watch the rest of that video, you can get your clothes just like hers. Or you could go to any branch of the Oxfam shop and then sort you out just as well. I met her, actually. The first time I met her, I was in the States. It's a freezing cold night. I never remember, I forget how cold it was. We'd actually got out of our car because it was so cold that the kind of battery wasn't working properly. And there was me, Steve McFadden of EastEnders, one of the Mitchell brothers, and Phil Middlemass, who plays Des Barnes in Coronation Street. We're like the Rat Pack in Britain. Me, Steve and Phil, we go, and we was out in the States, freezing cold night, and we bumped into her.
When I got through singing Saturday night, some of my friends went across the street, and the doors were frozen up, and I had to have a cigarette lighter to undo my car. And all of a sudden, it's just like he said, ask those 3 gay guys that...
No. Steve's just got really short hair, that's all. He wear tight clothes.
And then when they got close to me, they were from London, England.
Shut up.
It's kind of strange. And I said, well, can you open my door? And they did. And as they did that, Jesus said, tell them I love them.
Anyway, that must have been 3 other blokes, right? That was probably Shane and Dale and Les Dennis on a night out, right? So, is she a circus entertainer? No, just part-time. Is she a religious prophet? No, part-time. Is she a charm school headmistress? Well, occasionally. But what she is, ladies and gentlemen, at the very, very zenith of her career, she is a singer. And when I say singer, I mean singer, right? I'm not talking about some dopey little pop group. I'm talking about a woman who really knows about singing. I'm going to leave you with singing as you've never heard it before. Blues singing, jazz singing, rock singing, all rolled into one. And I want you to be very respectful for the amazing Delores.
This is America, and it's a wonderful country. And maybe one day my name will be up there in lights. Maybe one day it will happen.
We want you to be very enthusiastic and welcoming to the stage, the Amazing Delores.
Remember that time you went and said, and I'll back you, baby, and I'm gonna make it what I am. You right here, started to seal the little of yours. Yeah, I'm starting to seal the little of
All that and a performing dog as well.